Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the arena. Today's stream review, March 28th, 2018. In the red corner, two-headed giant from Wizards. One person tall, one person perhaps not that tall. The community managers for Wizards of the Coast, MtG Arena, Nate, the Hatchling Price. Also, Nicholas Wolfram, but I couldn't find a picture of him online, so he gets no shout out. In, I don't know what corner I said, the red corner. I think we're on the blue corner. This guy is new, but he's always been there. I am getting very sick of him. Yet many people keep his dream alive. Through chat, through forums. Today's competitor, challenger to the throne. The same old questions. Who will be victorious? Man, people keep asking the same questions. Oh my God, the stream is running. Wait for us, Nate. Wait for us. I'm going to have to do a level check here. If you guys are unfamiliar with Nicholas Wolfram, then you have not been in the forums. This guy is the community manager of the forums, I would say. He answers everything. Nate Price doesn't answer a single thing. This guy is everywhere, responding to everything on the forums. He's pretty sweet. I like him. I'm not going to say I like him. Okay, here we go. We're starting with classic Wizards production value here. I am not screwing up the sound. They have no sound for the beginning of the stream. Now, I do that, but I don't have a production crew.
Community manager.
Yes, I am not Nate Price, just to be clear.
No,
and I am back for the first time.
Congratulations.
Check.
You're very welcome. If you guys have been interacting with the MtG Arena Twitter account recently, it has not been me who's been there. I've been too busy working on all sorts of stuff. No sound. I
think we're pretty good there.
Sound's back. It's not back. We good? Okay, I've seen lots of okay, perfect, super. All right. We said a bunch of words. None of them mattered. Welcome to the stream. Let me introduce.
Just read the words on the screen. That'll give you enough context.
Yeah. This is Nick. Nick is our other MtG Arena community manager.
Cheers,
you guys
Nick.
have been messing around with the MtG
you do a lot
Arena
of work.
Twitter account recently. It has not been me.
And the forums.
In the forums. Yeah. No, I've been out of the country for the last week or so, and I'm back in town now. And I've also moved on now that we've got people. I don't know. What are we letting them stream now? I think I've been told that we're doing that.
People.
That happened while I was gone.
I've heard that's happening.
Yeah, super sweet.
Somewhere in the top 10 at some point.
Cool. In that case,
top 10
I'm
at
doing
Twitch.
a lot of work now on getting our creator stuff
ready
good. So that we can try to help support everybody who wants to get out and make some sweet content. And I'm also super happy that now, and I'm sure you guys are happy about this.
Content is sweet, value is sweet, everything is sweet.
Me and the people who shouldn't have been breaking their NDAs streaming our game. So now everyone is capable of doing it, and it's been awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I watched a whole bunch while I was sitting in airport lobby or.
I didn't see him in my chat.
On the way back.
No price of progress in chat yet.
People play some Magic, super sweet, and I got back.
There was California
for the first time yesterday,
and I have no idea what the results were.
The update, and it's great because I hadn't
Actually, I
seen
do.
the
It's
way
a
the
team
update
event.
looks, other than like
Right.
I had the occasional like look over Chris Clay's shoulder, and it was really, really cool. Like I logged in, opened up my packs. I'm like, oh man, this
Red
is
green monsters, blue
what a
black
delight,
mid
what a
range
treat this is.
for standard.
I can't say reading the forums, you're not alone.
That's awesome. I'm super happy. Okay, well, we've done enough talking that you guys couldn't hear, and then additional talking that you can hear. So, do you want to play some Magic?
Yeah, let's
Super.
play some Magic.
I see
Before
what
we
you're
get
saying.
in, like the good thing, I don't have to click on anything now to go to it. We have 2 quests, one for black and red spells, one for blue and red spells. I played some yesterday. As you'll notice, I won 4 games. The best part about this counter existing right now is the fact that there is proof on the screen that I am capable of winning matches of Magic.
And they don't even show the 20 games that you lost, which is fantastic. Because now nobody will ever know about them.
Thank goodness, because the number.
This is great, but that is not the best reason for this. The best reason for this is to know when you've achieved 30 wins. And that is just so helpful. The fact that you get a reward every time and it's clear is also helpful. So we would know, but it's really nice just to have that number right there.
Number is probably higher than that.
Yes.
Anyway.
I only know about the 20 I saw.
Okay. Thank you for looking over my shoulder.
I was only watching for like 5 minutes, though. So
That's
Man,
about what my experience was.
Nick is grilling him.
All right, we got to cast some red spells.
let's go
So
red
we have
black.
4
That
options.
was one of the quests.
Red, black. Oh, red or black? Yeah, I guess we could do that. I mean, red and blue, red and black. All right, how about this? You said red black. I'm gonna go red blue, and I will play the red blue stuff, and I'll let
Okay,
you take over, and
that's
you can
fine.
red black because
fine.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is way more my aesthetic. I don't even know what to say.
Are you supposed to have your own aesthetic? That's just
No,
weird
I
to
haven't
me.
loaded up a lot of these decks. This is not one of the ones that I played. Ooh, all right, sweet. Let's be done here. Let's go home and play us some Magic. So let's play. I would like to select.
He has
deck.
yet to play in the new thing.
Let's play now. Super.
Should I give him my
anything
approach
new?
list?
I mean, literally the last time that we streamed was the day before the NDA dropped, so that's new. That happened. You can go out to the Magic game category on Twitch, catch a bunch of people streaming some stuff. I think, if I'm not mistaken,
You can right now.
for at least a little while earlier, Swimstream was doing a stream that we'd sponsored, which is kind of cool.
I'm seeing some
So,
Amonkhet cards. Those are definitely new.
this is new,
Some
yeah.
Hour of Devastation.
Yep, I'm very happy with this hand because it is all cards that I would not have been able to have in my hand prior to this update. So, with the exception of Islands and Field of Ruin.
It's true.
The classic
Censor,
card
Gale
named after the
Strike.
set, which is always great, too.
Yeah. Future Sight. Wait, no. I'm gonna keep
It's
this
true.
hand.
He needs to
the last
jam
time we
some
saw that
Sailor
was
and Raptor Hatchling
Complex
in
and
there.
Complex, yep.
Then he'd be good.
There's only like, what, 4 cards now? Or is it 3 that are named after an actual Magic the Gathering set?
Oh, here's a tangent for a little while here.
I know that like this, like Future Sight is a card.
There's quite a few that share names.
Is
with
Planar
sets.
Chaos a card in addition to a set? I think it is, but I also might be making that up. A Time Spiral, the entire block.
Yeah.
That entire block
Yeah.
is named after cards. Who am I kidding? All right. Anyway, Fate Reforged. There's a bunch of them. This is a trope we've used before. There's way more than 3. There's way more than 4. Don't listen to me. I'm
Thank
dumb.
you, Matt Tabak. That is what started the conversation.
Matt Tabak ruins this stream again.
All right. We are now playing its Cataract in all capital letters. which
Nate
is
likes him too much.
intimidating. I forgot to do this. I'm so sorry.
Distracts him.
Oh, it's too late now. If I hello him like on turn 2, I'm just gonna get.
It's okay to hello
gonna
on turn
look
2.
bad.
It's fine.
We'll resolve this.
You should do it if you feel it. Don't let Nate tell you
No,
it's
this
not
station's
okay.
Pretty solid into a Danto Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just end turn. I'm not gonna cycle Censor. I'm probably gonna end up having to play Censor.
Oh, yeah.
All right, sweet.
You can hold on to that Highland Lake for a while.
Yeah. Think we'll get to play it on turn 4.
Maybe. We'll see.
That seems reasonable to me. Did you mention Hours of Devastation? Actually, no, that's a good call. Thanks, Tayback. I don't think we saw that or mentioned that so far on this.
Think you got it,
I'm
California.
very happy that you're here to remind us.
Think you got it.
That's not sarcasm. I would have said verbally /S had that been the case.
There is no two-headed giant in
I
Arena,
will take the
except for
damage
these
and
two
we
guys
have
kind
to
of look like
take
two-headed giant.
damage. All right.
I swear there were meaty topics. I guess it takes a little warming up here.
We don't need to cycle it yet.
No.
Let's leave Cancel Mana up, because obviously Cancel's in
He's
this
still
deck.
playing on the curve.
Is he?
Pretty sure we're going to Gale Strike that thing when it attacks.
Is
Yeah,
he?
I don't
Or is
care.
to the top of his curve, Nick?
Probably should have just played this guy. This little front right here.
I don't know
this
about
blocks,
that.
This blocks this pretty well, but
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to get our opponent to tap some lands.
This is Boggles, by the way.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Blue-white
Do
Boggles.
we want him to tap out?
They're playing around Censor. They know. Okay, apparently.
Yeah,
I was gonna be like
here comes the gale
sniping,
strike.
but
Yeah, let that go.
let's see. No, I need to do it.
Does not
now,
work.
Tapped
but-
creature.
Oh, it's only tapped creature.
Not yet.
Crap, he gets the 1/1.
That's okay.
All right, that's fine.
There's worse things that can happen.
Yeah, but there's better things that can happen.
Isn't it pretty sweet?
One of them
It's
isn't
true.
happening. I'm just saying, like, yeah. Get out of here! I choose you, the one target. I choose the
Now
legal
let's hope
target.
we don't see a spell pierce here.
There's no spell pierce. Nope, no spell pierce.
No one's running spell pierce.
Ooh.
Just as good.
Ooh, I see. I do declare.
Nate's all hot and bothered from the
All
dive
right.
down.
Well, that's an interesting draw.
You better roll something out soon, Nate, or you're gonna get trampled.
I'm gonna have to eat this damage. I'm gonna get the Labyrinth Guardian.
Yeah, I
play,
think-
and I'm gonna leave mana up for Censor just in case.
Mm-hmm.
We can get a little blocking in. I don't want to drop the Enigma Drake into an hour devastation.
Fleece, we don't have any account wipes planned until we go into open beta, so you shouldn't be seeing any, but that could change.
Yeah, and open beta is something.
They're leaving an open door there for an extra account wipe. But there's most definitely one.
Time down the road. That's,
Yep.
we're at the point right now when a lot of the dates are going to be decided by how well things are going at the time, more or less. So we'll keep an eye on how the game's tracking and make our decisions at that. Oh man.
Tracking.
I will let
That sounds like a
resolve.
business word.
I accept your offer. I'm gonna accept your other offer too. We're blocking. That's why you exist, Labyrinth Guardian. To make our opponent pay for life.
Yep.
And then-
Only to be
and then gain it back up. But,
hour
yeah,
of devastated later.
it is going to be so devastating.
Hard ever.
I mean, it's not. Our opponent's going to counter it. They absolutely have a counter spell. We're going to
yeah.
be real sad here in a second.
They're doing stuff.
Well, we can try to bait them out with the Enigma Drake.
They're doing stuff.
No, we're going big. We're just going to do it. Don't care. Clearly, you don't have anything. This is the way I play Magic.
Yeah, but
is
it's still a partial
I have
economy,
everything
so-
in every situation. Okay, they had a thing.
Yep.
I don't know if you know that. Pay 3. How do I pay 3 when I can't tap any additional lands?
Black.
Now that's a good question. He says Black Lotus, but I don't think we should be getting that prompt to pay 3 when you're tapped out. Black Lotus, you can't play at instant speed anyway. And then they mentioned Simian Spirit Guide. I'm not sure you can play. Can you play that at instant speed? Yeah. Okay. So you could play 3 Simian Spirit Guides there. But since that's not in the game and is not possible, they should cut that prompt. They should just resolve it. I don't get it. I don't get why that doesn't auto-resolve. It makes the game slower for no reason.
Lotus is my usual course of action.
I did not have one of those.
I always play 4 of.
The good thing is this is my pre-constructed deck, so I'm pretty sure that's my only hour devastation.
Yes.
And I do not know if there are ways to get instants back out of the graveyard.
Yo, Fresh
We're
Prince.
gonna have a
What up?
Help since it's a sorcery.
I don't or sorceries, either or spells, things out of my graveyard. All right, let's see. Any chance you can get a timetable for this? Nope.
I wonder what that question was.
Simian Spirit Guides, that would help.
3 Simian Spirit Guides? Man, that's a deep cut right there.
Simian Spirit Guide is still alive and well in Legacy. I don't really count that as a deep cut. If you watch Legacy, you'll
Hey,
see a
look, we
Simian
got
Spirit
we got a
Guide.
friend.
Let's get the Highland Lake out now. Do we need 3 mana open? I mean, we got the Magma Spray.
Ish. I don't want to do that one. Be really interesting. This is the recommendation that I'm going to make to them. When a card has Embalm, rather than showing the casting cost up here, I'd actually like this to be
Yeah,
the Embalm cost.
that'd
That
be
makes a
very
lot of
nice.
sense.
That makes a ton of sense, people. I'm glad Nate noticed it. I think it's already been mentioned in the forums. Also, the cards are kind of broken sometimes. Sometimes they're flip face down. Sometimes they're flip face up. But I most certainly would rather see the embalm cost than the casting cost at the top of the card there. We were just talking about Rampaging Ferocidon, Fresh Prince, and I was talking about how stupid good that card is in the meta right now, and that people should be going for that in their RDW above many other rares.
One of the perks of working here is I get to tell them the things that I would like them to change also, and then they can ignore me because someone else will have already asked for the exact same thing because I am not an original thinker. Let's see.
Nate's pretty much out of this game, so he's finally reading chat.
Here we got Bloodwater Entity can return.
Ben Catro, are we working with Twitch to get an MTG arena its own game tag, separate category, separate from Magic Gathering? We actually talked about that a whole bunch. I don't think we're gonna. Well, that doesn't do the thing that I want it to do.
Why not? Burn it.
I could kill the Siren Storm Tamer, but that's not gonna do anything
Yeah.
good. All right. Well, we're basically just dead. Let's cast our spells. I choose you.
There was a point that I talked over where it was during the Black Lotus Simian Spirit Guide, and he was like, well, we're dead unless we could get a card back from the graveyard, but there's nothing that does that. It turns out the exact card is in that precon. It's called Bloodwater Entity, and he didn't know.
Tap an additional blue mana, friend. We're just going to complete our spells. We talked about... Okay. All right. I accept. But yeah, we talked about getting its own separate game category and decided against it for right now. It's something we might break out at some point, but for right now...
I don't like the separate game category
like it is.
on
Right.
Twitch. I like that we're together. It's clear enough who's streaming Arena and who's not if you just look at a
We are
thumbnail.
not answering economy questions today because we don't have
Right.
any answers for that. Unfortunately, I have no information and or knowledge of anything to talk about right now. I literally got back into town yesterday. As we were working on things, I'm still getting myself caught back up. So.
Yeah. Anyway, this is kind of why I had the news thing here. I think we are beating a dead horse on some of these questions, and I'm just kind of sick of it. I don't really want to hear any more about when draft is coming. I don't want to hear any more about the economy. They said it was a partial economy. Very hard to judge an economy on a partial economy. I don't know. I think people just need to relax a bit. Let's focus on bugs. Let's focus on UI stuff we'd rather see. Let's focus on mostly that gameplay stuff. And let's just take a breath from the economy. I know I already had my little rant the one day. But let's just all step back and take a breath. They're going to make changes. They've talked about it. If you go through the Deb tracker and the forums, and Nicholas Wolfram, who we're watching right here, makes a lot of posts. Adrian! Yeah! What up? Matchmaking is kind of a newer problem, and they do talk about it, at least on the forums. Not much. Not much, Adrian. You haven't missed much. I just think we need... I would like to see everyone focus on other stuff than the economy right now. Or just asking over and over again, when's this coming? When's this coming? Matchmaking is kind of an issue. They talk about it later. Let's just talk about it when we get there, because it all comes pretty fast now, and then there's nothing at the end of the stream. Are you really miserable, P-Mare? I like my approach deck, and I like my vamp deck. Yeah, Adrian, they're going to change that. I like playing those decks.
That is what that is.
I think it's fun.
I know that we're going to try, like, I've been talking about wanting to have another developer stream similar to the ones we've done in the past at some point in the future. That would be kind of cool to get back on, and then give you guys another one of those like hour-long sessions where we do a little bit of talking and do some Q&A. And once Chris Clay is feeling a little bit better, we'll see what we can do about it.
Dude, what is wrong with Chris Clay, man? I think this guy's got like a rare disease or something. This is not the flu. You don't come back from the flu and then go back down. So I feel bad for this guy. Whatever he's got, it's rough. And then people just keep bitching about the economy, and he has to open up his forum and just read nothing but that. That'd make you sick. Anyway, too bad. I'm afraid Chris Clay is going to die. Like, seriously, like, MTG will be like his gift to the world. Arena will be his gift to his world, and then he's going to die or something. I don't get what's wrong with this guy, but I do hope he feels better. And I do want to see a developer stream, but it probably won't come till the next big patch. Like, they'll either be talking about draft and showing that off, or they'll be talking about Dominaria, or they'll be talking about gems. That's true, P-Mare. That's true. It always sucks to lose.
Something like that happening.
Which hopefully soon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your bad run.
We don't have anything to say about any new formats on Arena yet outside of draft and standard.
Yeah.
It is.
Let me just add this image here. Here we go again on the new formats. The dead horse is getting beat again, people.
We are looking into multiple options.
Yep. And the thing is, like, we're always keeping an eye on things. Like, Brawl seems like a really cool format. And I've not yet built a deck for it myself, but I'm very interested in doing so. And so we'll keep an eye on that kind of stuff. I have no idea whether it's something that'll be implemented in the game or not, but I know that if nothing else, that's something that requires a significant amount of work on as far as the coding side of things goes. And so there are definitely other priorities I know that they would have in front first, like since like we haven't put draft out yet,
right.
Like sealed decks still hasn't come along, or some of the other like more traditional ways to play Magic. I know that they would probably want to make sure that stuff gets put up before anything else. But it's definitely something we obviously keep an eye on this stuff. So get out of here! Ha ha ha!
I love this play right here. Cancels the Slither Blade.
One of
laughs.
the only times that Slither Blade presents a threat.
Oh no, he had two!
Boom, he's got two. Drops
Well,
another.
the good thing is we can opt into another spell to get us a little further along on our quest.
That's true.
Amonkhet.
I think that's a good idea at this
Put
point.
it on top.
Let's throw down that mountain first.
Yep. All right, so I want to be able to... All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tap the land.
Yep.
Because I want to be very certain about this.
I think
this is the correct number.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, P-Mare.
Right, yeah, 3, yeah, all right, cool.
Right now, I do believe the matchmaking is too fast. And it's drawing from too large of a population.
I think we might have to ditch cancel. But I don't think it matters at all anyway.
No, I mean we gotta let him make him earn it. Keep him honest.
What?
Please cast a creature spell before you attack, so I can at least cast one more spell. Oh,
It's moving straight
so
to
rude.
combat.
So rude. Don't attack with everyone, because then that will indicate to me that you know that I'm dead. Oh, you do know that
He's
I'm
still
dead.
playing it somewhat
The stream
safe.
review we just watched.
We're gonna give our opponent this visceral satisfaction of attacking us to death.
I'll play later. I'll probably play some at the end of the stream, or when the review's over. Rip price of progress.
There's no NDA, so why not answer questions? The questions that have answers right now, like we have no problem answering. If there's not an answer to a question, then there's no answer that we can give.
We do have more beta
So-
keys coming. We've got 100,000 going out in the next few weeks. So
Yeah,
keep an eye on your inbox.
tons of invites in the road. So,
You cannot be bothering me. No. I told you to only bother me when you need to go potty. Okay, so they're talking about the invites right now, right?
So you wanna play a match real fast? I'll pass
Sure.
it off to you. You did say you wanted to play the black red deck, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Brazen
you go.
Coalition.
Help
get
us
some pirates
help us
going.
get some stuff. The stream dress code is currently things that go over other shirts. Nick is like very Stinson-esque in his wearing suits to
that's
work
a good
every
joke.
single
I
day.
like
He's
that
usually
joke,
the best
Nate.
dressed person on our floor.
I actually had to dress down for the stream.
This is an accurate statement, so.
All right. Now I kept a 2-mana hand, but I feel like we're looking pretty good as far as 2-mana hands go.
Labor. Insult to Injury is
got
fun.
some choices here.
DMK.
Gonna swing
And
in
Lay
for
Bear
one
is
right
pretty
away.
interesting
Do your
too.
thing.
Insult to Injury is going to take a lot of people by surprise.
I don't think he'll have a response. No response. That's good. This is going
Alright.
well. I didn't say within a week.
Nice.
Not sure where that rumor's coming from.
Baba Yaga. I'm gonna look into seeing what we can do as far as giving stuff away on the stream. We gotta be. I have to check with people about that. But I would like to. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'd like to give away keys and codes wherever we can. I really want to. It might be something where we end up waiting until after we've gotten this the next 100K out, and as soon as that's ready. But I'll go double check after the stream because I actually would really like to get more codes out as soon as I can and to as many people as I can. So
Free packs? Giving out free packs on stream? Redemption codes? Like, I know he's mostly talking about game codes to get people in the game, but he also mentions redemption codes. You know how many people would watch this stream if they were giving out free packs? A ton. Do it, Magic. Do it. Like, it's a terrible time for me, so I'll probably never get free packs. But, man, I would think at least the viewership would double if they're giving out free packs. You like Reason to Believe? Eh.
Like to be able to get my Fathom Fleet captain out there, so I got to get rid of his goblin before that can be saved.
do you think? Spotty Rhyme tried some combo decks. Yeah, anybody who's played against the was it the Forerunner Polyraptor combo? Yeah, like that's a real thing. The many Polyraptors. I have lost to that deck.
There you go, California.
I don't think it actually happened during a stream, but there are definitely some combo decks out there that people play and they work fine. So, which is cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the combo decks work fine. Like, if you play too many Polyraptors, the timer just runs out and you lose. Or the opponent loses. That doesn't seem to be working fine. The fact that everything's triggering properly is fine. But the fact that too many tokens can crash the game or the timer expires is not fine. So, I think he's incorrect there. And DMK, I think they could give out codes like they do with, like we can do with bots, where you do a little lottery spin. Like they would even have to do it on stream. Who's ever the Magic admin in the stream could just roll codes and pick random people. So it wouldn't be like people ripping each other's face off for codes.
Gonna hit him with some freebooter here. Hopefully we don't see a Braid or Lightning Strike. Or
Don't let that resolve.
interesting choice.
Don't let that resolve. Tap
I have a
it.
feeling that he was
Oh,
waiting
was it?
for the freebooter
Did it
to
have
resolve.
summoning sickness?
Hey, Bow and Arrow, if you're having an issue with wild cards, definitely make sure, like, if you haven't opened a support ticket, go to support.wizards.com, because if it's a bug like that, it's something that they'll obviously want to make sure that they get fixed. And, like, our support team's really good about helping people get through stuff like that. So please go there to fill out a support ticket so that we can make sure we get that properly logged.
I just want to take a second, since you mentioned the blue-white tokens deck. Let me just... I know I'm going to probably get yelled at YouTube for taking an aside. But I think, like, green, black, Embalm, Eternalize is a very interesting sounding deck to me. You play Champion of Wits, Merfolk Branchwalkers, and Jade Light Rangers, and you're just shoving like Honored Hydra or, other Embalm or the green Kenra. And you're just throwing everything into the graveyard, but it can all be embalmed and internalized. And you just have this engine that just keeps going, and you have your 4 champions of wit, so you're drawing 2 cards, you're drawing 4 cards. I'm not sure how you win. I guess you just end up going wider because you just have so much value because you're just getting it back from the graveyard. But that sounds like a really fun deck. It's hard for me to build these decks because we can't really build an arena without the cards. But like just using Explore and like search for Iskanta just to keep dumping stuff in your graveyard is, I don't know. That sounds like pretty fun to me because I'm a graveyard guy. Like I say I'm blue-black, but if you force me into a corner, but I'm really I like graveyard interactions, which is why I like Hollowed One, which is normally a red deck. Anyway, I gotta do nature things and get a new coffee. So we'll get right back to the stream when I come back.
I'm sure that there are other people who probably already logged it themselves since you said that, but the more people report an issue, the higher a priority that we know that it is. And so it helps us make our decisions in terms of what we're going to be working on. So please.
Now that's a really interesting line, if you weren't paying attention. The more people that report an issue, the higher priority it becomes. So the main brunt of my review today is stop beating a dead horse, but at the same time, he's basically encouraging us to beat a dead horse. So the fact that they keep talking about changing the economy and adding these packs is because everyone keeps complaining about the economy. So I don't know what to say. I'm sick of beating a dead horse, but then they're telling me that the more we beat a horse, the better chance we have to get it top priority.
Please go do that. And that goes for everything else, guys. Like I said, we're in beta right now, so things are gonna, like, there are gonna be some things that don't work perfectly, and we really appreciate it when people help us find those things. So thank you.
I'd like to point out a new feature here.
I just
we're
noticed
seeing.
that. Yeah.
We got the revealed cards up here from when I looked at our opponent's hand with the Kitesail Freebooter. And you'll see that the one that they just drew is not visible.
Oh,
to
there's
us,
a point
so we know that
coming
they're
up
still
here.
Sitting on Glorybringer and Captivating Crew, although I don't think they'll be sitting on that crew for long. Because who would?
Maybe it's not now. Maybe it's shortly.
But I think that a Braid is going to be a nasty surprise, since that was pretty much made for Captivating Crew.
I mean, it was made for things other than the Captivating Crew, but it works. It works really well for the Captivating Crew.
I'm not going to be paying too.
It's reasonable. Evil Spawn, like the clocks, is actually something that it's come up before. So now that the NDA has dropped, there are some things that we can talk about because you guys can read them on the forums also right now.
So happy.
Which again, like for those of you guys who don't know, if you guys want to, we've made the forums at forums.mtgarena.com. They're publicly available for viewing right now.
Yes, that's important.
Okay, that's a Glorybringer.
Yeah, that's the beautiful new Glorybringer animation. I'm a big fan of it.
Just so people know, Glorybringer's not in that deck, right? Like that's somebody's.
I am not a fan of these chains. They're confusing. Here, it makes sense to me, kind of, right? You got one chain, the chain has to go away before you untap. But have you ever seen someone play a famished paladin? That thing comes onto the battlefield with 2 chains on it. But guess what? You can attack with it. Famished paladin makes the chain thing very confusing to me. It comes out, it has the 2 cross chains on it. And if you don't know, let me put it up in chat here. It doesn't untap unless you gain life, which is, I guess, what those 2 chains are representing. But how it represents that, I don't frickin' know. Because it comes into play untapped, so you can go with it. And then it's just like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone untap it by gaining life. So do the chains go away? I don't think so. The chains are just like always on the card. It doesn't make sense. Like what should happen is it should have no chains, and then when you attack with it, it has a chain on it. Now maybe it's a different color chain because it's not an exert chain. It's a you got to gain life chain, or maybe all chains that require something special to happen. But I think an exert chain should have its own color, and then like a chain for any other creature that doesn't untap. For example, let's use claustrophobia, or I don't know what we have in this set. It should be a different color chain. Is it California? I can't remember. But in terms of this chain working with Exert, I believe it does. But Famished Paladin is... I don't know what's going on with that card.
I believe it is not in that deck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it is not in that deck. So that's... anyway.
Not a bad addition.
Oh, it is? No, it's. I would do the same thing. I do like what they've done with Exert too, the chain over it to be a visual indicator. But as I was saying, the forums are now publicly readable, so you guys can go check out some of the conversations that have been going on. And they're still locked right now, so that you have to have an account in order to. You have to have beta access to be able to comment. But we did mention something about the clocks. It's been something that people have brought up before, and we're going to be exploring what our options are as far as possibly changing around the clock, looking at some other things as we move forward, especially like as we continue work on best of 3 and stuff like that. There are opportunities for us to go a couple different directions, and we've been paying attention. There's been a lot of really good suggestions. There are a couple of users who took it upon themselves to put in a nice, robust, like requested features thread, and we actually stickied it, and we keep regular eyes on it so that we can see what stuff is the highest priority requests as far as our community is concerned, as far as new features and changes to current features. So keep an eye on stuff like that, and the clock's one of those things that we'll keep an eye on. So
this is good. Last time we were talking about the clock, Nate said they were like mostly happy with it. And of course, they used to call it a timer. For some reason, they keep calling it a clock today. But the timer needs a rework, and for sure for best of 3. Otherwise, those games could take forever. Maybe they won't change the timer at all until they get to best of 3. It'll just kind of like they'll pile those 2 changes together. But I haven't had too many issues with people trying to rope too hard. Sanguine Sacrament isn't really a deck anymore, so that also helps. But this timer does need to change. There needs to be a global timer. And there are a couple good posts. They did sticky. The only thing I'm worried about with those sticky posts is it's still just someone's post. So in the end, it's whatever he feels is most important to the community. Now, maybe he's being as objective as possible, or she, and they're really browsing the entirety of the forums, which is mind-boggling to me. But I mean, it's kind of good they have it in one place, but it means like if there's anything else you want to get done and it doesn't make it on that list, then it's probably not going to be seen as high priority. So now we got to suck up to this guy to try to put something on the list. So I'm not sure I love that situation, but it is what it is.
Mr. Mui, I think that the way that works is if they play a card, I don't know that it has to be the exact same card. I think that it's an identity thing where like if you reveal a mountain and they draw a new mountain and play the new mountain, it still counts as having played a mountain. So
Correct.
So it doesn't keep the mountain that you know revealed. So you don't have to worry about it.
That's huge. That's freaking huge. I wasn't sure about that, but that is Nick said that was correct, and I believe Nick. I don't really believe Nate, but I believe Nick. So if there's a reveal card that's the same as another card in your hand, either one you play will take away the reveal from your opponent. And that's super nice to know, because it's very confusing if it didn't work like that, especially since we don't know which of our cards are revealed to our opponent or not yet. So I really like that feature, and I'm glad it's there, and it should be there, but I'm glad to know that it actually is there.
Yeah.
Spencacho. No, we're not going to hide any of the older stuff from before the NDA drops.
This
So
game
like
is over.
it is. We talked about that, and like I'll be very honest. No, I don't care to do that. Like you guys feel free to go take a look at how things are and how things have progressed over time. If nothing else, I mean, a lot of this stuff is stuff you guys have seen anyway, because we've been streaming this from the beginning ourselves as we like started to refine this stuff. So there's not going to be a whole lot in there that's just new information in terms of things that have changed. So.
What I said, Adrian, was that revealed cards, if you play the same card, like if they look at your hand and you reveal a mountain and then draw a mountain, any mountain you play will make the revealed card go away. Doesn't have to be the actual revealed card.
Confirmation for abilities like Field of Ruins, not a bad idea. It's definitely something worth bringing up.
We're looking at confirmation for a few different abilities, especially ones that have a higher cost, like sacrificing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they
Thrashing
did that
Brontodon is
confirmation
another one
already.
that's come up a lot, especially when your only legal target is your own enchantment, which does not feel super good to see your creature die that you were just trying to attack with.
Yep.
And then your enchantment goes with it.
Yeah.
And then there is no Azcanta left to search for.
The good thing about this also is like this is one of those things where it helps us identify classes of cards that like it would be very good. Like a card that has an activated ability that destroys a thing might be something that we want to keep as a flag in our heads for when we create new cards and add new cards to the set, that we're gonna need stops in places that we hadn't previously had them before. So
I thought they fixed this with Adanto Vanguard and Thrashing Brontodon, but not mana. Right. He just used Thrashing Brontodon as an example. But okay. But yeah, Field of Ruin does not have a confirmation.
all right, we got both of our quests done. I'll let you play one more game. I'll keep chatting with people, and then after which we can swap back around. I'll try something.
Kitty
new.
cat.
I'm going to go with some kitties.
Meow.
I've been jamming on this deck a lot.
Will we allow people to get quest progress against friends once friend lists are implemented? That's a really good question. I mean, I know that's how some other games do it, and like I kind of like that. To be perfectly honest, like Magic is at its core about playing with your friends. So I don't know if we want to remove like the ability to enjoy yourself with friends and have it have meaning beyond just simply that. So I mean, that will be my recommendation to the dev team. So yeah, that's a very good point.
Nicholas seems positive about this too, and this is crazy. If you do quests and perhaps get other rewards for playing with friends. I'm not sure a lot of games do that. I don't know, but I was pretty sure that Eternal. Could you even play a person in Eternal? I guess when I was playing Eternal, they didn't have a casual queue, so you couldn't even queue up with a friend. They may have changed that now, but that would be nice. I would like to play with my friends and viewers, etc., and still make some game progress. Of course, there's a huge chance for abuse of that, where you just quit out right away. Eternal does now. But you could set some length of time or whatever, but it would be nice. Like, there might be a day, like, I don't want to grind the ladder, or I just want to test a deck. Or I want to get ready for an event or whatever, and I want to play against a friend or someone who can help me test for a long time. And it'd be nice to get a few rewards off of that.
Mana Shark asks Mac version. My response to that will be the same as it's been for multiple weeks now, which is first
Dead horse.
PC version. Afterwards, we're definitely going to be like looking at that. I think Chris Cox or somebody said something about that earlier this year. But like PC version first, let's get it to where we want it, and afterwards we'll take a look at moving over.
Exactly.
Swim sent you here. What's up, Galadriel? Tell Swim I said hey. What's up?
All right, let's get some cats
Swim
in play
had more
right off the
viewers.
bat.
Of course, Swim had more viewers. Have you watched him stream? Are you kidding me? Like, we're literally two idiots in chairs.
Yeah, we can't compete
If they were giving out free packs, they'd have more viewers.
with that charisma.
Like, are you kidding me?
Two idiots sitting
Besides,
in
if
chairs.
nothing else, I'm happy. I don't want to be the most popular person streaming our game. Like, if
I think he does.
If our channel is the one that
think
gets
he
the most
does.
viewers when we come on live to just do random streams like this, we messed up somewhere along the lines. Like, we want people to go other places. What's up, Swim? How's it going, man? Oh, jeez. This has been a fun day.
Nate is back, baby. Nate is back.
Oh, man. We do get. What do you mean we get chairs? Yes, of course, Matt. We have chairs. We even have chairs after you came in and tried to steal a chair on that one stream and then leave. It's not how it works.
I kind
man.
of remember that, California. There was no casual queue, though.
All the Swim subs.
Yep. Welcome, Swim fans. Not from the movie Swim Fan, which is a reference I'm sure everybody understands.
Angry Beard, thank you for noticing that I do have that sweet, sweet value. Oh, that reminds me. So,
Oh, we
Beard Hype. Friend of the stream. Frequent viewer. Sub. Angry Beard gets in there. Talking about the sweet, sweet value. Wrong one.
sweet, sweet value.
Right one. Nice job, Beard. Way to get in there.
We got MTG Young Mage here.
What's up, Rhino? How's it going?
Who's MTG Young Mage?
Oh man, so we tweeted out today on the way, like beforehand. Like,
Nice job, Beard.
I consider myself the second most well-bearded streamer in the Wizards of the Coast office. Like, I was gonna put first, and then I remembered that KO had to sub in for Clay last time, and KO's beard is better than mine. But Nick and I, like, we're like neck and neck, no pun intended, about like our beard quality right now.
Where are we
So
going with this story
we
right
wanted to
now?
leave it up to you guys in the audience.
Where are we
like,
going?
You know, who has the better beard? Is it me or is it Nick? And I mean, don't get me wrong, I won't be offended. He will be.
That's Sir Rhino. I didn't think he was MTG Young Mage. Yeah. Sir Rhino is different.
He'll be offended if you pick me, but I won't be offended if you pick him.
I'll be offended either way.
I just want to know where I
Just to
I
be
live
fair.
in the rankings. Will I need to move myself higher or lower? Like, what's going on?
I have very thin skin.
Thanks, X-Lord. I'll make sure that I pass along those compliments to the dev team. This is another thing. Like, we don't say this enough. Like, the dev team is working really, really hard. Like, I've had some late nights here working on some stuff for creators, and like walk downstairs to get away from my desk so that I can have a new environment and pay attention more. And there's always people there. They're working really, really hard. So like, I'm super appreciative of all the work that they put in to make everything look as nice as it does. And constantly be improving. And the thing is like we still got a ways to go. Like
Absolutely.
things are still gonna get better, and it's all because of their hard work. And like we try to tell them that as often as we can. And if anybody down there is watching this, thank you for all of your hard work. You guys, it is not unnoticed. And now we've said it to the world, so obviously it's fact. It's on camera. It's on the internet. So that's how.
Everything's true on the internet.
So both are good. Both are very bad. Oh, Fran B, you're mean. You're mean. Rude.
Are we getting back to beard talk? Or?
It's my vote. Beards are overrated. I don't. Yeah, that's certainly true. Like, it's funny because like usually my beard is it's a product of laziness. I don't think that could ever be true for you, given how.
Okay. This is the first example where Nate and I are on the exact same level. You guys may have noticed that I shaved several days ago, but my beard is 100% a product of laziness. Also, the fact that I don't think it matters. But Nate and I are on the exact same level here.
How immaculately keep everything else. So like that beard is beard by design. This is the first time in a while I've done the not shaving and keeping it shaped by design, which is like. I'm not gonna lie. I more often than not, like it's like 2 weeks in, and someone's like, "Are you growing a beard?" And I'm like, "Nope." Apparently I am, but nope.
I know that feeling, Nate.
Young Mage does not have a beard.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, winter
Looking
weather.
forward to Young Mage's beard release next year.
Young Mage has one of my favorite preview videos that we've done for any card that we've done.
Is that the dinosaur?
No, it's like I like the River Hoopoe one more than I like.
Oh, that was pretty good
the
too. Yeah.
the dinosaur one was really good. Like I really enjoyed the.
I haven't seen any of that stuff.
The theatrics that went into putting that together. So
Yes.
you've made some wonderful preview videos.
Yes,
Thank you very
DMK.
much.
Yes.
It's been awesome.
And that's right, audience. It is pronounced Hoopoe,
It is Hoopoe.
and we're very sorry that you've been mispronouncing it.
Is it Hoopoe?
It is.
That's what I've been saying all along. Just making sure that I'm not incorrect. One of the the members of the coverage team, like basically every time we create a new set, we pass it off to Marshall Sutcliffe to do a pronunciation guide to all of the names and things that would not necessarily be easily recognizable as far as pronunciation goes.
Hoopoe,
Which means that
folks.
we get to listen to
River
Marshall's
Hoopoe.
velvety, dulcet tones telling
It's a
us
good
the
draft
names. And so
card.
that's how I knew it was.
And sealed probably as
Yes.
well.
So, can we please have a select language option in the closed beta? We're working on it actually. Right now it's obviously everything is English only, but we're actually working on waves of getting new languages into the game, and then you'll have an option to make sure that you get to select the language you want. I had a little issue earlier after we did an update, and at the end of the update, we did something that resulted in
Nice,
the game
Fresh
trying
Prince.
to pull the language from your computer's base language or like default language, and we had
Someone
had hotfix
scooped
that
to the
one.
Hoopoe?
But the goal is in the future, once we get the
Nice.
new languages into the game, we're going to give people an option within client to make sure that they have the game displayed in whatever language they want, as long as it's a supported language.
This is super important. Oh my God. You are a rhyming master, Fresh Prince. What were they talking about? Oh, languages. Magic cards are printed in several languages. It's 100% great that they're going to make this game in tons of languages. Sometimes you can screw up a card because you don't translate it properly. So it'd be good for them to do it.
Language, so I don't know that
A lot of non-English
Catalan
speakers play this
right
game.
now, but
Embalm is a mechanic from Amonkhet Block where you can mummify your dead creature from the graveyard.
I think the embalm
look at the cat. There's
Animation
something
takes too
disturbing
long.
and adorable about a mummified cat.
It's so nonchalant.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my favorite part about
just
it. It's
hanging
like,
out.
yeah, I'm a mummy now, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm in the exact same spot.
freaking
Oh, man, I'm
cats.
actually
What you
surprised-
gonna do?
Like, I'm surprised no one's called me out about this or not yet, but like, I didn't delete Do Not Delete. There was a wipe, but I can't protect my decks from the wipe, so I have to reconstruct Do Not Delete from the ashes of
Yeah.
the previous patch. Which,
This is the worst thing that has ever happened. Do Not Delete is gone. He'll never build it the same. It's gone for good, people. It was deleted. Wiping is the same as deletion.
which makes me real sad.
Protect your deck. Yeah, you got to go buy those
Can't get
sleeves
something
they
as simple as multiple languages. In
say
a
on
video.
SCG Tour all the
right.
time.
Knowledge time. Getting additional languages into any video game is never an easy task. There's a whole bunch of places that text appear, and
Hold on, I
it
gotta
goes
see-
beyond just simply doing a Control F.
This is a great
video game
example
is
of Magic
never
Chat.
an easy task. There's a whole bunch of places. Getting additional. Can't get something as simple as multiple languages into the game. All right, knowledge time.
Chat knows about putting in multiple languages.
Getting
Really?
additional languages
Come on,
into
chat.
any video game is never an easy task. There's a whole bunch of places that text appear, and it goes beyond just simply doing a Control F, find and replace
I don't know,
one
California.
word with another word. It's actually a pretty decent amount of dead time that goes into it. Plus, we also have to make sure that beyond just simply putting the words into the game, there's a lot of actual full-on translation efforts that have to go into making sure that we are faithfully representing the words into what they would be in those other languages. And there's coding that has to go on, and it has to be a certain priority list along with all of the other things that have to get done. So it's kind of like, would you guys rather we put the game out in Spanish right now, or would you rather that we have draft? And so like
I would rather draft, but I speak English, so maybe that's not the right way to prioritize it. if we could, well, it doesn't matter because we have a limited player base. But when we open up the player base to everyone, I think we should have all languages ready to go. You don't want someone not to play the game because they can't read the card, or that they put each card through Google Translate.
Daddy.
Okay. Yeah. If you get cold, you have to come in though.
Organize things in a priority list. So this is just one of those things. Like, I mean, something that seems like it's easy on the outside, and I've learned, if nothing else, I've learned there are a lot of things. I'm like, oh, this is probably a pretty easy solve, and the dev team just laughs at me, and they explain to me why it's not,
Master
and I learned
Chief.
very quickly that that's the case.
They love to laugh at us.
Spencacho, yeah, localization is real hard.
Top decking some dope stuff right now. I got a Regal Caracal out there.
Yeah.
Dope.
Hey, Spencacho, have you seen the Rosewater Stone Twitter account? It's great. Someone does like 6 or 12 passes or whatever of a card through Google Translate, passing it through different languages, and then eventually back into English to see what it gets. And it's always just hilarious to me.
Oh, you're gonna claim your own rewards here.
Hold on, we got
Pack hype?
Sorry, here. Hold on. What card do we get? Ooh, Secrets of the Golden City! Hooray! All right, so we have
got a new
gold.
pack.
We have a new pack. Let's go to the store first. All right, so I want to buy packs. I want to let you guys know I've been getting Ixalan packs because I want to make sure that I get the dual lands. That's like mana base is more important.
He doesn't have a deck. I don't get how he could have no deck selected, 4 wins, and been buying packs. Like, once you select a deck once, doesn't it never say select a deck again?
Important to me right now,
don't
but
know what's going on.
I will seed today. I'll let you decide what I get. Which of these 4 packs should I get?
I'm a get.
Rivals, Ixalan, Our Devastation.
Nola Gold's in
Amonkhet.
chat right now talking about telling him to get Ixalan.
My personal preference is either Amonkhet or Ixalan. I really want Ixalan. So let's see, Ixalan, Our. There's a couple votes for Our.
I'm gonna throw in a vote for Hour.
All right, is there more Our? All right, I'll let you guys decide. Like, I was kind of hoping for Ixalan, but I'll do what you guys want because I love you.
I want Ixalan packs too. Seriously, I might be Nate Price.
I just want you to know. All right, let's crack this packs.
We're too alike
you
too
call
often.
for the Hour pack. You open the Hour pack.
Okay, okay. Voting has concluded. Thanks, guys.
The polls are now closed.
What do we get? What do we get?
You better open me something good here.
All right.
This is my account. All right, man.
Mirage Mirror.
Sometimes that's a thing. All right, I want Ixalan. I want a Sunbird's Invocation, or because that's the deck I want to build. Is Sunbird's
you're going for
Invocation.
some jank?
I
Okay.
am. I want Sunbird's Invocation, or I want a land, or I'll also take a wild card of appropriate rarity.
If it's
Or
warm,
Kite Marauder. I mean, it's not bad.
is it warm?
I would play a deck that had that card in it, so that's fine.
You're clearly disappointed. It's okay.
Warkite Marauder's sweet.
like-
Uncommon Wildcard
The
sweet.
problem is so I'm working on getting my stuff. I got a pretty
Yeah,
reasonable set of
you're looking
stuff.
good.
I haven't spent any of my wild cards yet. I'm just kind of
Look at all those juicy
Like,
wild
these decks
cards.
These decks are competitive for the thing that I care
Craigasm.
about. I just want to dirtle around and play
Right.
some matches here and there. Like, that's how I spend my time when I'm playing. Anyways, just battle on the queues for a little while, complete some quests. Like, I played for a couple of hours yesterday, a couple hours the day before, and get my
Mirage Mirror
quests,
is
save my
okay.
wild cards, and then I'm gonna build the deck that I want. And then
I think it's fine in
it's up.
draft.
So,
When you
It's
build
sealed.
I'm building the Sunbird's
Invocation,
the,
yeah.
the Sunbird's Invocation Approach of the Second Sun deck is what I want.
I have a Sunbird's Approach deck. So does
to
Nate.
build.
Okay.
That is the deck that makes me happy. That's where I want to live. All right, so
I think I'm Nate
yeah,
Price.
let's jump on in. I'm gonna play a different deck. I want to play the black green X4 deck.
It's a pretty good deck.
I'm a big fan of this deck.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rank 1, rank 4. Let's fight.
Rank
Gotta
1
get
versus
myself,
rank 4. Did we?
a little bit more.
We still really haven't gotten to the
We've been playing
matchmaking
for 30
yet.
minutes now. Less than 30 minutes technically, and we got one pack. Oh, system message. Hello.
Here we go, folks. If you have not watched this stream, it gets good now. The game starts freaking out. System messages come on, and they have to just stream through it all. Lol.
Oh,
What?
we're investigating some issues that's currently impacting our game. I'm being delivered a note right here that tells me what the just so that you at home know.
The community managers don't even know what's going on in the community right now.
Players may drop from matchmaking. This should fix the lag issue.
Thank you, mysterious
Thank
courier.
you, mysterious courier. Until that time, we're wrestling. So
That's a high
this
curve.
hand is not great. I'm going first. Yeah, whatever. It's 4 lands, 4 drop.
Yeah, no, you got a
I
solid.
agree. I
turn
just think it's
4
hilarious that
coming.
it happened
Yeah,
on
man,
stream.
this-
Obviously,
We're gonna
this
die.
game's gonna go fine.
We're gonna die before then. So. Oh man. No, it's funny. This is one of the things that's this has happened over the last couple of days. Like we've since we dropped the NDA, we've had a lot of people playing the game. Like there's a massive spike, and so good thing is like we're like adding new like back-end infrastructure stuff pretty much on a daily basis at this point.
Yep.
Part of us getting ready to add that 100,000 people that are coming in.
The joys of beta development.
Yeah, exactly. Like, got to make sure it works, and once you make sure that it works, got to start scaling. So, got to the point when we got to like you try to do those things in tandem, but fits and starts here and there. So,
Envy's asking about getting banned cards in the packs. So this is technically a unique format at the moment in that it's only Ixalan block and Amonkhet block, so there aren't actually any banned cards since it's not full standard yet. So everything is on the table
that's
in this
it.
format.
We have discussed what's going to happen, like if the card gets
Mhm,
banned.
absolutely,
and, like they will still be in the packs. But I believe Clay talked about this. We won't be removing them from the packs. That's one thing that I can say. The question is whether or not we do something like if you were to open a card, or if like a card gets banned after you've already had it in your collection. You know what would happen in those situations.
Right.
So,
We're exploring solutions
Yeah.
to those kinds of obvious questions that do need.
All right, so this is like real Magic. They're not going to take the banned cards out of packs, and I don't think they should because the banned cards could make it in another format. What is the solution, though, if you open a banned card during the time it's banned? That's a tough call. You could say just replace it with a wild card. I'm sure that seems great to everybody. But then in the end, you wouldn't have any of the banned cards. So if you wanted to play an extended format, then you'd have to somehow get those banned cards again. I guess you could just make it with your wild card. So just... Sure, that makes sense, DMK. Fling deck with insult to injury? Sounds good. I guess the best thing is just to give a wild card, but still make yourself able to purchase the banned cards with wild cards. Because that's pretty much just a strict upgrade. Seems like the best solution to me, but they'll probably try to come up with something stingier. Gotta find something, DMK.
Need answers.
yeah. Because you're right.
Yes, Kaladesh is coming.
Yes. I think
Hashtag
probab-
eventually.
yeah, it's probable that we'll have Dominaria in beforehand, but I don't live down on the second floor where the dev team's working right now, but I know that Dominaria is coming down the pipes hot. So, and I can't wait to get into that. I did a bunch of playtesting of that set, and it is so much fun. It's so filled with nostalgia.
God damn it. Nate loves his nostalgia. Back when he was good at Magic. Anyway, so this is the first indication that we really have that Dominaria is going to be before Kaladesh. Nothing, of course, is agreed upon, but it's possible. I'm telling you, though, guys, right now, I talked about this before. If we get Kaladesh with no banned cards, or every card's legal, I'm going straight to an Aetherworks Marvel deck. And I'm going to make gross amounts of energy and spin the wheel and get God knows what off of it. But I'm going to be spinning that Marvel up in no time if that card is legal for a while.
I don't know what's going on. Cats are bigger.
It's not good.
Oh, life.
Nothing good is going on.
Okay.
We might need to drop that gold.
Or actually, can we get the Saheeli combo? We could do the Saheeli combo, can't we? Maybe I'll be doing that. That sounds broken. Yeah.
Golden
Yeah,
Demise
DMK.
and
We're on the
Dyke
same
Attack.
wavelength.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Rip.
And we go bye-bye. So I think that they are going to go ahead and get, can I exit game? Forfeit match and exit. All right,
Yeah.
cool. We're gonna
Saheeli's
reset
going to be...
things. We're going to go in and try to reset ourselves.
Most
So
definitely. That's actually probably much easier to build because all you need is like Saheeli Rai and
Let me log back in. You guys can't see my login.
Felidor Cubs.
It's a secret. All right, sweet. So while they are fixing all that stuff, we will log into our game. And then
I just want to check on my daughter
we should be
1
able to get
second.
started. Yeah, so.
All right, take it
You know
easy,
how we
Fresh
said we were
Prince.
going to build this game in front of you guys. This is exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
I love that laugh when Nate is like that
So are we gonna
pressured
be going
laugh.
right back to the same deck, do you think?
Any comments on tools like MtGA Tracker? What is MtGA Tracker one of those?
It's a
the
fan-made
app,
tool.
The fan app. Okay.
Yeah. We haven't announced any official statements about that
We
yet.
talked
I don't
about them,
think.
though, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not supporting them officially, but as long as it doesn't interfere in games and doesn't scrape any information that you wouldn't be able to get yourself.
If you don't violate your terms of service
Exactly.
license agreement, then you're probably pretty good. But the cool thing about that kind of stuff, like personally, I'm a big fan of community-sourced mods and community-sourced tools, things like that, because if there's a big enough need for someone to want to make something and it is popular enough, it means that it's something that we should probably explore just making a part of the game. And so, like, we got a bunch of really dedicated, good people in here, but there's way more of you than there are of us. Same kind of thing that we run into with the R&D a lot of times. We're testing a lot of stuff, but you guys are always going to find cooler things than we were able to come up with.
Yeah.
So. All right, let's see if everybody.
There is a third-party developer like group or forum or I don't know what, but people are working on developing stuff. MTGA Tracker sounds like it keeps tracks of your wins, losses, opponents, stuff like that.
Nobody's back in yet. See if this matchmaking works. So hopefully we don't have any problems, but we'll see what happens. Oh, well, match found. Apparently we didn't kick people for too long, so
Uh-oh.
we did get back in. So
Come on, stream.
cooler things than we were able to come up with.
Yeah.
So. All right, let's see if everybody's back in yet. See if this matchmaking works. So hopefully we don't have any problems, but we'll see what happens. Oh, well, match found. Apparently we didn't kick people for too long. So,
No.
I mean, we did get back in. So. All right, and we were winning that game. I'm calling it right here. We were robbed. It was stolen from us.
We were not winning
We were
that
not winning that game
game.
at all. All right, we're on the play.
That's because you
Get
kept
the
that.
hand that contains a
doesn't
golden
look great.
demise. No, this hand's fine. I'm gonna keep it.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm greedy.
Okay.
I'm greedy.
It's going to be over here.
Nicholas is
I'm-
looking
I am-
how to get out of the room.
Greedy guy. Let's see. Spend Catro happy to, man. Like that's part of why we're here is to hang out. And
I
it's
think
not-
that's
one
about
of
it for
beautiful
the
things
meat
about
of the
having somebody else here
stream.
with me is it means that I've learned a lesson. Like Swim, Kenji, all those guys like who are playing and streaming at the same time and still like having conversations with their chat. You guys you're the real MVP. I have no idea how you manage to keep your heads on top of everything. So, I'm very brave. You are correct. Not fearless. I am. Top cards in me a forest. Look, hashtag always lucky. Hashtag whitelist.
Hashtag I recommended that we sideboard. This hashtag is way too long.
Look, man, if you're gonna run two-headed giant like we're running right now, you've got to have one head that is the sensible head and the other head that gets to look really cool when good things happen. So,
That's fair.
Chief Joe knows what's up. It's Forest, top of the deck. That's how it
Sure.
works.
Sure.
Just like grip it and rip it. Yeah, that's cool. Wake of the Wild's going to the graveyard. Going to the put it in the graveyard. Don't keep it on top. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Put it in the graveyard.
Monty, we don't have any masterpieces in Magic Arena at the
No
time.
masterpieces.
We've had a lot of conversations about what a put it in the graveyard. All right. Well, you know, it's not terrible. Like
It's not a forest.
Golden Demise is still active. We have to pretend that we're colors.
You're on the hook for that, Chief Joe.
That's fine. But yeah, we definitely we've talked about what things would look like as far as premium cards or like alternate cards, those kinds of things, like cosmetics and stuff like that. For okay, yeah, we probably should have done this. This is gonna be a real. I didn't realize we were playing as red-green vampires or red-green merfolk. That was
Red-green
It's
merfolk.
deck's not on my radar.
It's an underrepresented archetype.
All right. So
That's useless now.
all right. Everything's going as planned.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happened.
Looks great.
I blame the shuffler. Because that's what you do in this situation, right? Blame the shuffler.
That's what I've learned.
You should
That's what
blame
I've
the
learned from
shuffler.
many people.
I actually bet KO's down there watching the stream. He's like, not today, Nate.
What is this deck
that's
this guy's
fine.
playing?
If we draw Damnation and any land, honorable concede. No.
Merfolk vampires.
Merfolk Vampires. Yeah, this is
nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, this deck was not on my radar.
too
Like,
important,
I'm
Ninja.
just gonna let our opponent kill us on the following.
Welcome
turn.
to the stream,
Oh,
by the
there
way.
it is, right on time.
Yep. The
Good
Pain
morning to
Force.
you, Ninja.
Hold on.
Like, so it is asking us to manually tap that mana because we have to pay 1 life, and it's like, are you sure you would like to pay 1 life?
I in fact would. We gotta let our opponent. We never know. Like they could be trying to complete quests, and I don't want to deny them
that's fair.
completing the quest.
That's
Like,
fair.
I'm
I always let the game play out.
It's an honorable not concede.
I don't. I
It's a
quit.
snappy game.
I got a grind to do.
I think the extra 30 seconds is worth it. Oh, he's being nice about it too.
Quests are pretty easy to
Right
complete.
as all of our cards get slammed.
I wish it would have given me
Takes
a chance
about
to good
2
game
games
match.
to
That
complete
was
a
very
quest.
kind. All right. It's your turn now.
All right.
Have fun.
Thanks. Let's get
Have they
some-
won a
let's get
game
some
all day?
dinosaurs out there.
I don't think so.
Are we
Dinos.
sure this is a dinosaur deck? This isn't a merfolk deck.
This could be the Merfolk deck, and according to
don't like how
Rhino,
he says
it could be
Merfolk.
Merfolk vampires,
says
even though there's no
Merfolk.
white or black.
It's not Merfolk.
Oh man.
It's not M-A-R-E.
This is a hand that we can keep in good faith. We've got this to cover us.
Yep,
I'm
that's
okay
one
with
way to
this
do it, DMK.
Oh man.
Another way is to hold all your cards to try to do it all in one turn.
There's definitely. Play for that's 4th win. It's really weird. Like designing the system such that like we have the ability to like we want to make sure that people who want to play for bursts of time as opposed to playing for like extended marathon sessions, like you're able to feel that there's value for you being like you know if you're busy and you've only got a couple hours or an hour even to play, we want to make sure that you're able to get like the bulk of your value early on in your play to make sure that again you feel that there's value for the time that you've got. And plus that's how a lot of people end up playing is like somewhere between 2 to 3 hours per session. I want to get the exact numbers. I actually think it'd be really cool to go over some of this stuff with you guys. Like we get a bunch of cool data, and I like to share data because I happen to think it's all really cool. Talk with you guys about some of that stuff because that would be a worthwhile topic for us to get if we can get like KO or Clay or somebody on for a stream where we can talk about some of the stuff that we've learned over the course of all of this. I'm assuming that like if we were going over like now that we've got this data in, what are the things that we've learned that would be something that you guys would find interesting?
I'd be
love
interested. I would be interested.
Chief Joe loves data.
That's good.
This guy seems to be curving out pretty nicely.
We give a lot of cards is kind of what it comes down to. Lots of cards, wild cards, opportunities to this. Lots of ability to.
Patrick Logan.
Like
Almost
that is
done.
the goal, at least, is to be able to give people the
Just
opportunity
starting
to do this kind of
for
stuff. Plus,
my people.
At the end of the day, one of these days,
Enjoy it while you can,
like-
Patrick.
there will be the opportunity to like accelerate the game through like buying things with gems, etc. too. And
Gem hype.
there's lots of like there are multiple elements of the economy that aren't in the game yet, which is something that like we keep bringing up, but until people see the full scope and the full picture of what everything is, like there's Plenty of ways for people to get cards. There's other ways for people to, like, based on the skill that you've got. Like, if you guys are better players and you want to be able to show that, like, the fact that you're, the skill and the fact that you're winning more contributes to you getting more. There are things that we've got coming down the pipes that are speak to that as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that we're working on, like, getting in. And honestly, like, I'm pushing also to try, like, if I think we're close to having it in a good enough shape that we can, like, come out and talk about what we've got planned. Open up the doors a little bit more, show a little transparency. Now we push them.
All right, so this is once again a mention that this is a partial economy. Chris Ko put this on the forums, but if you didn't read the forums, they only expect this kind of reward system to be part of the economy. They expect events to be part of the economy. They expect drafts to be part of the economy, and that's why a big reason why the economy seems slow to a lot of people now. Also, in case you didn't check the post, there's a post about flavor text. They are still definitely working towards flavor text. So people like me and lots of other people who like flavor text, they're getting there. They just said that they're waiting for an elegant solution, to come up with an elegant solution. Also, Ninja, if you're still here, I'd say the biggest thing that they confirmed on stream today is that if you play the same kind of card as a card that's already been revealed, it's no longer revealed. So if a mountain is revealed from your hand and then you draw another mountain and you play the other mountain, the revealed card still goes away. And I didn't know if that was happening or not, so I appreciate that confirmation.
For it. And so I know that there's some stuff that they're still finishing on, and I know you guys love hearing this stuff. Hey, there's things we're working on, and we'll let you know when we're not working on them anymore. But I want to move. I like moving faster than that. Like you guys know, I try really hard to avoid getting in trouble, but I often very, very closely skirt the line of things that I am allowed to say and I'm not allowed to say. I'm still here, which means that I haven't gone over that line yet, which is cool. But we'll get that.
Nick is trying hard to win this game, man.
People that lose a lot, yeah. Like that's another one of the fun things about balancing things. By fun, I mean like underlined fun. Is there has to be a careful balance, systems put in place so that there are ways for people who win more and want to be able to see that there's value in winning more to be able to feel that's good. But we don't want winning to be the be-all, end-all either. Because I mean, again, like Magic is a competitive game, but it's also that's not the only reason that people play. And so we want people to be able to play and be able to see that they are getting things as well. And the quest system is the primary way. It's really similar, like a lot of other games that do this in a very similar way, where the rewards that you see for play are gotten through other systems, and then things like quest often reward, all you have to do is do a thing. You don't have to win a match, you just have to do a thing.
That's not
in
true.
Order to get it. And so,
all right, so this is a very good point. If you just give the same thing away, win or lose, then people don't feel rewarded enough for winning. At the same time, though, I feel like the events could really be a place where people who are skilled and win a lot get rewarded. And everyday gameplay should maybe be just as rewarding for the loser as the winner. As long as they're clocking the same hours, then I feel like they should deserve the same reward. Now, that might not be enough for the true spiky players out there, but I think like maybe something like cosmetics, for example. If you finish on the diamond ladder at the end of the season, you get some kind of diamond cosmetic set. And then you can win extra packs and you can win extra gold if you win in these events. Like that should be enough motivation for the spikes to keep playing. I'm not really sure the tryhards really deserve extra packs over people who just lose more. Like I feel like if someone lost every game and played the game for 6 hours, they deserve more rewards than someone who won every game and played for 2 hours. In terms of an everyday level. So it is a tough balance to make people feel like winning is worth something and at the same time feel like losing feels worse. Like those people need rewards more. And I lose plenty, so I'm those people, don't get me wrong. But the best way to keep people in a game is have losing not hurt as much and winning feel rewarding. And it's a tough balance. And I think events is a very good way to do it. You just have the spike events, and every spike around gets in there, and they can get a sweet rewards and more packs and gold or whatever. But they got to be good and they got to be win. But everyday gameplay seems to me like it should be even across the board as long as you're playing the same amount of hours. But then he talks about the quest system, and now we can finally talk about it because the NDA is lifted. So there used to be quests that were play 12 artifacts or play 12 enchantments. And they took those out because the reward for them were so low, it was like 150 gold, that everyone just respun them. But they were mostly respinning to get more gold, not because the quest sucks. Some people feel like the quest sucks, but 12 artifacts was not that hard. And you can make a deck and take one loss and play 12 artifacts in that deck. I like those rewards better. Too many of the quests right now are win 2 games with X and Y. I don't know why they keep saying quests help people who can't win, because most of the quests are about winning. And they just based it off some bad data they took early in the game, and they should be putting back all those jank quests, I think, and take out all the win quests. Yeah, it's a terrible quest. But you know what? It was worth a lot of gold when they were doing the testing for what quest people liked. So they kept it, and they cut all the other ones where you could actually just win by playing a selection of cards. I think they've gone a very wrong way with these quests, and they're backtracking a little because a lot of people are recycling the win 2 games quest, but there shouldn't be any win quests, in my opinion, if the whole point is to give them to people who can't win. Mind-boggling.
But looking for other opportunities for us to find ways for people to get rewards and get value out of just play. So yeah, that's definitely a good call. And those two things are kind of they're in competition for each other because there's like a certain amount, like there's levels to what we can and can't do. But there obviously need to be systems put in place that reward people for just playing. That way, not everything is based on winning, but things that also make sure that the more you win, the more you get. So
no trading.
let's see.
Like, who's asking about
Not
trading?
looking at trading right now.
This is a
How are
dead
we gonna
horse
handle
alert.
rotations? We'll see when we get to rotations. I know that's something that's on their mind, something they're working on, but no, not sure. Not sure.
It is definitely something that is on our minds. We don't want all of the cards to just suddenly lose 100% of their value. that
Heard
are
this
getting
before?
rotated out.
Dead horse alert. Come on, people. Let's get some new questions in. Let's make some
Let's see.
good
Block.
constructive criticism.
Yeah, cat coming in.
It's just the one cat.
Yeah, you're winning this game, man.
I've got the board dominated right now.
He's got the heart of the cards.
Play it safe. If he wants to pull a trick on me,
Hey, Top Pop.
he can take my hippo.
We don't have any plans for implementing friend duels or like challenged matches, those kinds of things right now. Like only because like these kind like it requires some things that like we're working on but aren't in the game right now. Like we're working on a social system, like friends list kind of thing.
This is kind of
which
long.
isn't in right now, but
But
it
it
is
gets to it.
on the like feature list of things that they are working for. I'm not sure exactly which like update it's going to fall into, but it's something that's on the development list right now. And once that's in place, we can start looking at how we would do like kind of direct challenge matches, so you and a friend could challenge each other and play against each other. It's something that we would like to do that because that is how Magic is played. If you want to just call up a friend and play against them, you can do it. And so we want to be able to replicate that as much as we can. But as far as like timeline and all that stuff, it's in the cards. It's just a question of when. So
You are correct. This match is going a little rough right now.
for our opponent,
Yeah, Pumera, I don't know.
It's optimistic.
It
I
always
appreciate
seems
the
bad from the
optimism.
outside
might.
point of view,
We'll
though.
get 2 damage to them at least. Or one of their planeswalkers. God forbid.
this is going real well. Bad karma. There definitely will be a friends list or something like it at some point. Like again, like we recognize how important the social element of Magic is. It's funny. I was talking about this yesterday, especially for like we were discussing professional play in particular, and I think it's interesting because I think a lot of other games have this
This is
same thing too.
another
since they've
long
been
Nate
around
story
for a
that's
while. But
Mostly
there's a lot of
irrelevant.
times that like Magic starts out as a really social thing where people get into it and like you're playing with friends, you are being a part of your local community and all this stuff. Then at some point,
That's how it started for me and you, Nate, because we're old. But just to bring Bees back, Bees started playing duels, so he did not start playing with his friends. So I don't think it's the right association to say that everybody started playing with friends. I did. But I think a lot of newer players started just online. And it's a little weirder to make friends online. So I think this is kind of a bad assumption. Anyway, to sum all this up, the friends list is coming. They can't do friendly matches until they have a friends list. And then they talk about the difference between chatting with friends and chatting with everybody. And Nate is very afraid to chat with everybody because they'll keep talking about his sweater. But this goes on for like another minute or so.
Like if you do make the jump and become a professional player, you start traveling to events where you've dissociated yourself from the local community that you've got, and you find this new community of people who are traveling to these events, and you find another group where it becomes like another type of social thing, and then after you've been playing for a while, like, the competition is still great, but most of the reason you ask people who've been playing on the Pro Tour for 15 plus years why they keep coming back, the answer is most of their lifelong friends are people that have been on the Pro Tour, so
good luck,
the
you
competition
guys.
fades away, and the social nature of it is what's left behind, and so yeah, we recognize fully the importance of being able to like have that social interaction stuff.
He's
and
still
wanna
going
be able to
on.
Make sure that there's something that reflects that in the game. So.
And our opponent is running very cautiously right now.
Nick starts to get a little tilted here
Why
because
risk it when they're crushing
the
us?
opponent won't swing for lethal.
Why go for the win when we can make it painful?
Oh man. At some point you realize how much better you are than your friends. Or in Matt's case, sometimes you realize that, you know, maybe winning isn't for you. And just the love of hanging out with your closest friends is something that keeps you coming to work every day.
It's okay, we got our 2 damage in from that frilled death spitter. Everything's good now.
Oh, man.
Oh, right on, Pete Mayer. Whatever. I like Merfolk better than
I wish I
Dinos.
had the numbers. We had literal hundreds of thousands of people who signed up on the very first day of signups, and working through that backlog has been a pain. But that's, like I said, we're getting that. We're going to be inviting.
He needs a
literally
Raptor head.
sending
Well,
out
I guess he doesn't have the
100,000
Forerunner anymore.
invites. Sometime in the next couple weeks, is that right? Like ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know the exact schedule. Again, sorry, I'm still getting caught up on some stuff. I've been out of the office for a little while, but yeah.
Couple of Slither blades in there, eh?
You've never been on the receiving end of a like you open your chat window when you like your opponent has just tanked for a while and hasn't done anything. You're like, I wonder what's taking them so long, and then you open up the chat window on Magic Online, and it's just a whole bunch of people who are spewing stuff about how lucky you are and how you're just the worst player and all that fun stuff. I mean, never happened to me either.
Nate has been burnt.
Chat's got its pluses, it's got its minuses. It is exactly how it is. And
Yeah, I
thing is,
agree,
I
P.
think it's
Mayer.
one of
That
those
was a
things
weird
where,
thing to say.
like, I got no problem when it's like a friends-based chat. So like once we get the friends list kind of thing implemented, I mean, obviously you want to be able to talk to your friends. So that's definitely some place where I could see us implementing something like that. But direct chat to your opponent, like, you have a higher opinion of humanity than I do.
This guy is really drawing the game out.
I mean, he knows our opponent knows that we are 6.5 minutes away from the end of our stream and wants to make sure that it's really difficult.
I see. I understand.
They wanted to draw it out enough that we don't get to play another game.
That's fair. They also don't want to risk anything other than their indestructible horses.
Which, I mean, in all fairness, I think they're having a good time.
Oh yeah,
I'm super happy. Like, I know that this is going to be a whole lot of fun for our opponent. And I'm very happy to be the beating, you know, be the one taking the beating on the other end of that kind of stuff. So. Well, Irish Exit. When a community manager has reservations about something that actively makes it easier for people to get in contact with one another in a community, you know that there are probably some things about it that might warrant a bit of reservation. That's all I'm going to say.
That sounds personal, Nate. That sounds very personal to you. But I agree. I don't need to chat with anybody. But I would like to chat with my friends.
Scale of 1 to 100, how finished do we think the product is in its current state as you can see it now?
This is a tough question.
Personally, not knowing the complete roadmap, I think we're only at like maybe 45% of.
This is a terrible question. There's no way to answer this question right. If someone asked me this question, I would either ignore it or plead the fifth. On a scale of 1 to 100, how complete is the game? That is terrible. Like, I mean, I guess you're just trying to see whether they say 99 or 1. But 40? What does that even mean? This is a bad question. I don't like whoever posted this question. Unless they're a viewer of mine, and then I like them.
Of, like, things being where they could go. Like, it's tough because, like, games like this, like, they always have the ability to go bigger than whatever you think that they could be. Like, just looking at the things we want to have ready for launch, where we've got standard and draft and this stuff put in, like, plus there's almost certainly, like, the game will never be done with polish. Like, there's always cool things that we can make a little bit cooler. There's always little things we can add to the game. So that's a really good question to ask. Man, I really want to. How would you guys feel about doing a developer stream sometime in the next couple of weeks, where we can try to grab like KO or Clay or somebody from downstairs and sit down for about an hour and do one of those?
Of course, we want a developer stream. Watching Nick and Nate lose 6 games in a row, who cares? There's plenty of gameplay to watch. We don't need to watch gameplay from you guys anymore. We want the deets. We want the info. We want the news. We want the timelines and game plans and all that stuff. Of course we don't want this stream anymore.
Q&A streams that we've done previously, because like I think we haven't done one in a little while, and mostly because they were getting ready for this patch, and as you can see, this update was huge, so there's a lot of work that needed to be done. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but I think it'd be kind of cool if we could steal them for about an hour and maybe get in and talk. What do you guys think?
Of course, yes. Do it. Just wait till he's better.
Are we dead yet?
Or just
we will be.
Are there any other developers we can talk to? Why is Chris KO the only developer we can talk to?
If he's going to draw it out, then I'm going to draw it out.
There's got to be another person working on this game.
Halambach, the problem with the aim, we got
to find someone else, Ninja. There's got to be someone else working on the game.
And, like, came back to the office.
No wonder Chris Clay's dying, because he's the only one developing this game.
So we keep having to push it back, and wow, are we dead?
Yeah, but I killed one of his cats, so
yeah,
joke's on him.
So yeah, we had to pull back from doing the AMA, and we're gonna look for an opportunity to reschedule that. But it's been tough because like
there you go, P-Mare. Sucking up to the streamer.
We need him.
Love it
to get better, so we're gonna let that happen. But I definitely think that that's something that we want to do in the future once we get an opportunity. We might find out if we can like tag in somebody else. He's the guy who's been like the one that's please don't make any don't use my wild cards.
Look at Nick go. I love this.
I don't think I'm gonna rebuild that right now. I think I'm gonna build a new do not delete.
Trying to force him to build do not delete on stream. I love it.
That red white deck that I'm working on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm not gonna work on this right now.
No, that's fine.
Do not wipe. So
he tried, man. Props to Nick.
Do not wipe. See if I can put that there. So. But anyway, this is probably gonna do us for this.
He hasn't spent a single one.
Minutes to chat with you guys, but this has been fun. We won one match.
Yep.
So obviously we did our job. But we cleared out our quest queue, which is important because winning's not the only thing that matters right now. But no, there's still a lot of stuff to be updated. And like there's obviously like this is the thing about kind of any major project, and games are just major projects also. Like there's stuff that you basically have to prioritize things. There's a lot of stuff that everyone is working on, and there are things that get certain priorities over other things. And we definitely want to be able to continue to improve. Like I said, the polish is never done. Like we're always going to be able to continue to improve the look and feel. And as you guys saw, like go look at the stream from 2 weeks ago and look at the stream now and tell me what a difference like things look. And this is just all because the team worked really hard to make sure that things looked a lot better. And there's always more that we can do.
They still have that stupid magnifying glass.
As you see right now,
that
we
still
literally
looks
have 2
stupid.
blocks, and that's the extent of it. We're in a beta. Like I know I say this a lot, and I'm gonna keep saying it a lot because it's hard to impress upon people like exactly how this is the case. Like this is a beta, and like Some betas go on for a really, really long time. There are other games out there, big games that are super popular streamed games
Oh, yeah.
that have been in beta for 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
That's
you got to
scary.
do it until you get things right. And there's always things you can change. Your community always gives
Supreme
you
will,
feedback.
DMK.
You got to take a look at it all. And there's a lot
Or
of it.
unsummon.
And
Most people
not
just run
everybody sees all the
unsummon.
pieces of feedback, too. So there's lots of conversations that go on. I mean, you're the one who's you are now the person who's in the
yeah.
trenches keeping an eye on this stuff. And there's a lot of conversations going on a lot
Lots
of
of
places.
contradictory feedback a lot of the time, too.
Yeah.
Now that is a good
So-
point. There is tons of contradictory feedback. So like people like P. Mayer said they're not listening, but the question is who are you supposed to listen to? Because there is contradictory feedback, and then it seems like they're not listening at all, and they do one thing, and then it appeases some and pisses off others. I don't know. It's tough.
But there's a lot of stuff that we're working on, and we want to make sure that we continue.
I think
to
we all
bring you
need to
guys
just take
the
some
the
deep
best
breaths.
Stuff. We want to try to be as communicative about this stuff as we can, and we're like we push. As community job managers, it is our job to push on people inside
That's true,
as much as we
DMK.
can to get them to open up as much as they are comfortable and press those boundaries about what people are comfortable talking about. And the good thing is that you guys have been really receptive as you guys see things in states where they're not completely finished. Like, I know that the first time that we got on, like we've had bugs. Like today, we literally had to reset the servers in the middle of the stream specifically because of a lag issue. And like, yeah, it's
That's kinda
like,
brutal.
Little Omega lull panic basket for a little while, and then the game comes back up. But it's definitely something where you guys have been cool enough with us showing you a look under the hood with things that aren't finished right now. It's tough. Like this is one of the things about Magic is like, you guys, the game's been around for 25 years, so we're making a digital version of something, and we have another like Magic Online is also a digital version of Magic the Gathering, and so we've got stuff that you guys are well familiar with, and so like what we make has to match up to the expectations that you've been building in your head the entire time, and not everything's going to line up because like modern video games don't work the same way as a tabletop trading card game
Oh, yeah.
I'm insane.
25 years ago, and so it's all about finding that special boundary and the special mix of things. And so you guys have high expectations, and you wouldn't if you didn't love things. So it's been cool kind of doing this, and I would love to get an opportunity to show you guys a little bit more under the hood what we've been working on. So
Yeah.
But anyway, I've been rambled enough. I'm very, very good at that. So thank you for sitting there
I've noticed.
silently staring at the
Yep.
screen as I talk. But
I've noticed.
yeah.
It's okay.
Burn.
It's nice listening to your voice.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun hanging out. I really appreciate you coming down and hanging out, Nick.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
see if
been
you can
good
come
being
down
here.
here. Yeah, I have a lot more fun doing this with somebody else, so we'll see if maybe we can make like tagging you in a more regular
Sure.
part of this. It'd be really fun. And then we're gonna look at trying to do some more dev stuff, and give an opportunity for you guys to continue to provide us feedback, and we will do our best to try to make sure that we continue to respond and talk more with you guys in the places those conversations are happening, like in the forums. It's the place that will be most likely to do that
Yeah.
stuff, and it's just a question of getting stuff in and getting stuff out, and that's
Get it
kinda
in, get it
So,
out.
if those of you guys who are here haven't signed up for the closed beta yet, for the love of God, please go do it. It's mtgarena.com. Go get yourself signed up. We're going to be inviting 100,000 people in sometime in the next couple weeks. We'll have more information about that.
Get ready for the lag, boys.
Yeah, get yourself signed up. If you aren't following us on Twitter and Facebook, catch us on Facebook at facebook.com/Magic the Gathering Arena, and Twitter at
We're keeping
MTG
him.
_arena. Well, you can talk to this guy.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's
Not
good.
100%
And,
confirmed, but we're keeping him.
It's been fun. We'll hang out with you guys again next week, same time on Wednesdays. And yeah, I guess thanks for hanging out. Thanks for asking
I guess we missed let's
some questions. Sorry we didn't get to answer everything, but there's more of you than there are of us. And we'll see you guys next week.
I was just happy to play with some cats.
Bye, guys.
that was a cute way to end it. Got to give him props for that. But we didn't really get to matchmaking. I don't know if I missed it. It is not 100%. Contradictory feedback. So I promised we'd talk about matchmaking, so let's talk about it. It's too fast right now, I believe. Now, they said something in the forums like you can't see the other side, so that you might be matched up for games in 3 seconds, but your opponent might have been waiting for 40 seconds. I haven't seen that at all. I really haven't waited more than 10 seconds. Like, I've connected. Sometimes the loading screen takes a while and freaks out, but I've been able to find a match within seconds. And it's too fast. Because at gold rank, I do play against bronze rank. And that's too wide. Now, I think P. Mayer said bronze should play bronze, silver should play silver, and gold should play gold. That works till you're on the edge of ranking up. And then really you should be playing Like if you're top silver, you should be playing bottom gold to rank up. So I don't think that system quite works perfectly. But it needs to be better. It's just too wide right now. It's prioritizing speed over good matches. And I don't think it needs to. I think there's enough people.